Today we're going to talk about the credit trap. And what I want to really explain is that you're not alone. You're not the only one that's ever been caught in this dadgum credit trap. So I'm just going to tell you my story about how I trapped and how I got out of it. Go back to when I was like 20 years old. Okay, I was 20 years old. I got married, joined the Army. Then a couple years, popped out kid. I had my son when I was 23. Young couple, don't know anything. ATM machines had just been invented. The idea that you could go to a machine and get cash out was awesome. We applied for a credit card because some friends of ours did. And we thought, we were sophisticated, young people, grown, we're playing house, we're playing adults, got a kid, let's get a credit card. And of course, you say to yourself, well, we're going to use this credit card responsibly. But sure enough, pretty soon, you see some nice TV that's $500 and you buy it. So you got this credit card, it's got $1,000 credit limit on it. And not too long, you buy something and you've used up half of your credit. And you say to yourself, well, I'm just going to pay it back down. But what you find is bills piling up and you're making the minimum payment. But then you see something else shiny and nice, your wife's at Victoria's Secret and got to have some of those bras, and you buy some of those, and pretty soon you buy something else. Next thing you know, you get your statement and there's interest adding up, and your balance is $1,013 and your credit limit is $1,000. You're over your credit limit. And so I can guarantee you, when you go over your credit limit on a credit card, your score is going down 100, 150, 200 points. It's going when that happens. And then, like I say, life happens. Another kid comes along. You're making the minimum payments on your credit cards. And, pretty soon you're in the credit trap. You're trapped in that. You're trapped by the lending industry. And they want you to be trapped because they want to keep you. They want to collect interest off you for the rest of your life. Believe me, if you stop paying on a credit card, if you got $1,000 credit card balance and you stop paying on it, they charge off that card. They don't care because they're making so much money off of interest that little $1,000 balance doesn't really matter to them. It ruins you. It ruins your credit. It ruins your credit for, 7 years. But that credit trap. So with me, I got in the trap, then moved on from marriage number one. And in between marriages, I got a bunch of stuff paid down, lived frugally, bought a car that I paid cash for, just lived frugally basically and paid all that down. But then I got into another part of my life where I have a second wife, and I was making pretty good money at that time, but we both had credit cards. She had 3, I had 3. We were living larger than we could afford, quite frankly. And pretty soon, we found ourselves in like $50 of credit card debt between us. Credit cards jacked up to the maximum. Credit scores are in the cellar. It's just a terrible place to be. And I understand if you're there, I understand that. Because I've been there and I felt it myself. So move on further down in life, and I got back in a position where I was making pretty decent money, and then just, made the decision, like, I'm not going to live my life like this anymore. Got all that debt paid off down to zero, and then just made that decision that I'm just going to live within my means from now on. Today the only debt I have is my car payment. I got a credit card that sometimes I have like a $10 balance on it. My property's paid for. So anyway, getting out of the credit trap takes discipline. And then, of course, your credit is going to be bad. You're going to have bad credit because you've been caught in this trap. I can tell you there's some good programs out there. Dave Ramsey is a great program for getting, you know, your finances in order. And there's other good programs out there. What I would say though is, like, for what we do, you know, is we fix your credit after you've been in that trap. Just takes discipline to get out of it, but you're still caught in the trap, because if you've got bad credit, you're you know, you're still paying high interest rates. You're paying higher car insurance rates. I mean, everything's higher when you have bad credit. You know, what we do is we fix your credit for you. You've got to have the discipline yourself to pay down your debts. I rarely recommend bankruptcy, but sometimes that's a good option. I would say be very, very, very careful about debt consolidation and debt relief plans. What I will tell you is that there's no bank out there in the world that's going to go, oh, you have bad credit and all your credit cards are jacked up to the limit. Come over here, we'll give you a loan and you can pay them all off at lower interest. There's not a bank in the world that's going to do that. There are debt relief programs that do work. They do get you out of debt. They ruin your credit. I mean, your credit's going down in the 400s, maybe even the 300s. Because what a debt relief program does is they set you up on a payment plan with them. You stop paying your creditors, you pay them directly, and they set up an escrow account. They don't pay any of your bills for 6 months or more. And what they're doing is they're sending letters off to your creditors saying, you know, we want to negotiate this to a lower amount. So like if you got a credit card that's got $1,000 on it, they reduce it down to 500. So you could cut your debt in half and make payments to them. You know, usually those programs take 2, 3, 4, 5 years for you to pay all that off. Like I say, you're paying the debt relief company. You're not paying your creditors. You're paying them into an escrow account. They're paying your creditors. It's very easy to get sued in that. I would say just be careful about debt relief programs. We get a lot of clients who have been in debt relief and come to us because debt relief programs just ruin your credit. Bankruptcy ruins your credit too, but sometimes it is the right option. I'm not going to deny that. But at any rate, I guess what I wanted to express is, like, I'm no financial genius, okay? I've been where you're at. I've been there. I've had my credit cards jacked up to the limit. I've had one credit card charged off, you know, that I had to fight to get removed from my credit. All that. I've been there. You know, I spent most of my adult life caught in the credit trap, and really didn't get out of it until the last few years, where, you know, when I got into this business of fixing people's credit, and getting my own, you know, my own finances in order. So anyway, with that being said, we're going to sign off for today. It's Friday. It's 10:20 in the morning. I'm actually heading up to Daytona to meet some friends for a little bit of a guy weekend before I get back here to Lakeland for the Super Bowl. Go Bucks. Dang, I don't have my Bucks stuff with me here. Go Bucks. And I'll see y'all on Monday. As always, you know what, right? Peace, love, and good credit. I'll see y'all Monday.